be speaking with you tonight. That I am here tonight is a testament to the dedication of generations before me. Women and men who believed so fiercely in the promise of equality, liberty, and justice for all. This week marks the 100th anniversary of the passage of the 19th Amendment, and we celebrate the women who fought for that right. Yet so many of the black women who helped secure that victory were still prohibited from voting long after its ratification. But they were undeterred. Without fanfare or recognition, they organized and testified and rallied and marched and fought, not just for their vote, but for a seat at the table. These women and the generations that followed worked to make democracy and opportunity real in the lives of all of us who followed. They paved the way for the trailblazing leadership of Barack Obama and Hillary Clinton. And these women inspired us to pick up the torch and fight on. Women like Mary Church Terrell, and the great Shirley Chisholm. We're not often taught their stories, but as Americans, we all stand on their shoulders. And there's another woman whose name isn't known, whose story isn't shared, another woman whose shoulders I stand on, and that's my mother, Shamala Gopalan Harris. She came here from India at age 19 to pursue her dream of curing cancer. At the University of California, Berkeley, she met my father, Donald Harris, who had come from Jamaica to study economics. They fell in love in that most American way while marching together for justice in the civil rights movement of the 1960s. In the streets of Oakland and Berkeley, I got a stroller's eye view of people getting into what the great John Lewis called good trouble. When I was 5, my parents split, and my mother raised us mostly on her own. Like so many mothers, she worked around the clock to make it work, packing lunches before we woke up and paying bills after we went to bed, helping us with homework at the kitchen table and shuttling us to church for choir practice. She made it look easy, though it never was. My mother instilled in my sister Maya and me the values that would chart the course of our lives. She raised us to be proud, strong black women, and she raised us to know and be proud of our Indian heritage. She taught us to put family first, the family you're born into and the family you choose. Family is my husband, Doug, who I met on a blind date set up by my best friend. Family is our beautiful children, Cole and Ella, who call me Mamala. Family is my sister. Family is my best friend, my nieces, and my godchildren. Family is my uncles, my aunts, and my chitties. Family is Mrs. Shelton, my second mother who lived 2 doors down and helped raise me. Family is my beloved Alpha Kappa Alpha, our Divine Nine, and my HBCU brothers and sisters. Family is the friends I turn to when my mother, the most important person in my life, passed away from cancer. And even as she taught us to keep our family at the center of our world, she also pushed us to see a world beyond ourselves. She taught us to be conscious and compassionate about the struggles of all people, to believe public service is a noble cause and the fight for justice is a shared responsibility. That led me to become a lawyer, a district attorney, attorney general, and a United States senator. And at every step of the way, I've been guided by the words I spoke from the first time I stood in a courtroom. Kamala Harris, for the people. I have fought for children and survivors of sexual assault. I fought against transnational criminal organizations. I took on the biggest banks and helped take down one of the biggest for-profit colleges. I know a predator when I see one. My mother taught me that service to others gives life purpose and meaning. And oh, how I wish she were here tonight, but I know she's looking down on me from above. I keep thinking about that 25-year-old Indian woman, all of 5 feet tall, who gave birth to me at Kaiser Hospital in Oakland, California. On that day, she probably could have never imagined that I would be standing before you now and speaking these words. I accept your nomination for Vice President of the United States of America. I do so committed to the values she taught me, to the word that teaches me to walk by faith and not by sight, and to a vision passed on through generations of Americans, one that Joe Biden shares, a vision of our nation as a beloved community, where all are welcome, no matter what we look like, no matter where we come from, or who we love. A country where we may not agree on every detail, but we are united by the fundamental belief that every human being is of infinite worth, deserving of compassion, dignity, and respect. A country where we look out for one another, where we rise and fall as one, where we face our challenges and celebrate our triumphs together. Today, that country feels distant. Donald Trump's failure of leadership has cost lives and livelihoods. If you're a parent struggling with your child's remote learning, or you're a teacher struggling on the other side of that screen, you know what we're doing right now is not working. And we are a nation that is grieving the loss of life, the loss of jobs, the loss of opportunities, the loss of normalcy, and yes, the loss of certainty. And while this virus touches us all, we gotta be honest, it is not an equal opportunity offender. Black, Latino, and indigenous people are suffering and dying disproportionately. And this is not a coincidence. It is the effect of structural racism, of inequities in education and technology, healthcare and housing, job security and transportation, the injustice in reproductive and maternal health care, in the excessive use of force by police, and in our broader criminal justice system. This virus, it has no eyes, and yet it knows exactly how we see each other and how we treat each other. And let's be clear, there is no vaccine for racism. We've got to do the work. For George Floyd, for Breonna Taylor, for the lives of too many others to name, for our children, and for all of us. We've got to do the work to fulfill that promise of equal justice under law. Because here's the thing, none of us are free until all of us are free. So we're at an inflection point. The constant chaos leaves us adrift. The incompetence makes us feel afraid. The callousness makes us feel alone. It's a lot. And here's the thing. We can do better and deserve so much more. We must elect a president who will bring something different, something better, and do the important work. A president who will bring all of us together, Black, white, Latino, Asian, Indigenous, to achieve the future we collectively want. We must elect Joe Biden. And I will tell you, I knew Joe as vice president. I knew Joe on the campaign trail. And I first got to know Joe as the father of my friend. So Joe's son, Bo, and I served as attorneys general of our states, Delaware and California. During the Great Recession, he and I spoke on the phone nearly every day, working together to win back billions of dollars for homeowners from the big banks that foreclosed on people's homes. And Bo and I, we would talk about his family, how as a single father, Joe would spend 4 hours every day riding the train back and forth from Wilmington to Washington. Bo and Hunter got to have breakfast every morning with their dad. They went to sleep every night with the sound of his voice reading bedtime stories. And while they endured an unspeakable loss, those two little boys always knew that they were deeply, unconditionally loved. And what this is the leader who wrote the Violence Against Women Act and enacted the assault weapons ban, who as vice president implemented the Recovery Act, which brought our country back from the Great Recessions. He championed the Affordable Care Act, protecting millions of Americans with pre-existing conditions, who spent decades promoting American values and interests around the world. Joe, he believes we stand with our allies and stand up to our adversaries. Right now, we have a president who turns our tragedies into political weapons. Joe will be a president who turns our challenges into purpose. Joe will bring us together to build an economy that doesn't leave anyone behind, where a good-paying job is the floor, not the ceiling. Joe will bring us together to end this pandemic and make sure that we are prepared for the next one. Joe will bring us together to squarely face and dismantle racial injustice, furthering the work of generations. Joe and I believe that we can build that beloved community, one that is strong and decent, just and kind, one in which we can all see ourselves. That's the vision that our parents and grandparents fought for. The vision that made my own life possible. The vision that makes the American promise, for all its complexities and imperfections, a promise worth fighting for. So make no mistake, the road ahead is not easy. We may stumble. We may fall short. But I pledge to you that we will act boldly and deal with our challenges honestly. We will speak truths, and we will act with the same faith in you that we ask you to place in us. We believe that our country, all of us, will stand together for a better future. And we already are. We see it in the doctors, the nurses, the home health care workers, and frontline workers who are risking their lives to save people they've never met. We see it in the teachers and truck drivers, the factory workers and farmers, the postal workers and poll workers, all putting their own safety on the line to help us get through this pandemic. And we see it in so many of you who are working, not just to get us through our current crisis, but to somewhere better. There's something happening all across our country. It's not about Joe or me. It's about you. And it's about us. People of all ages and colors and creeds who are, yes, taken to the streets, and also persuading our family members, rallying our friends, organizing our neighbors, and getting out the vote. And we have shown that when we vote, we expand access to health care and expand access to the ballot box and ensure that more working families can make a decent living. And I'm so inspired by a new generation. You are pushing us to realize the ideals of our nation, pushing us to live the values we share: decency and fairness, justice and love. You are patriots who remind us that to love our country is to fight for the ideals of our country. In this election, we have a chance to change the course of history. We're all in this fight. You, me, and Joe, together. What an awesome responsibility. What an awesome privilege. So let's fight with conviction. Let's fight with hope. Let's fight with confidence in ourselves and a commitment to each other, to the America we know is possible, the America we love. And years from now, this moment will have passed, and our children and our grandchildren will look in our eyes, and they're going to ask us, where were you when the stakes were so high? They will ask us, what was it like? And we will tell them. We will tell them not just how we felt. We will tell them what we did. Thank you. God bless you. And God bless the United States of America.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching that little speech by Kamala Harris. I play it because, listen, we are voters in America, whether you like it or not. We vote. We pay taxes. We got citizenship. Although some people in Liberia got citizenship, but they don't participate in the American election anyway. And I want to share something with us. We are no different from America. We are the same people. We are the same human beings. You think in America there's no corruption in America? There's corruption in America. But let me say the corruption all over is the same corruption. I usually say this. Corruption is like you get a bowl of water and you have a big top of water and you take the blue, you pinch the blue and put it in a small little top and take that same amount and put it in a big top. When you stir it, they're all going to turn blue, but in a small little top the blue will be very thick. Good. In a big top it will be blue, but it will not be too much. That's how Liberia look like. Corruption in Liberia, because Liberia is so small, so we see the corruption. We see it, we notice it. In America we don't notice it because the place is big, but there's corruption in America. A Liberian girl and myself were talking and she said, oh, I'm going to vote for Donald Trump. So I asked her for what? Oh, because Donald Trump, the one are giving us the $1,400. You hear that? So the money business here is all over the place. Let me tell you, it's all over the place. Liberians, we really don't know what we want. We really don't know what we want in life. We're only concerned about ourselves. When I get told me that thing, I look at her. This girl been in America now for 20 plus years. And she looking in my face and telling me, oh yeah, Donald Trump gave us $1,400 and he coming to give us money, so I will vote for Donald Trump. So I asked her, I say, do you think America is like Liberia? Do you know who proposed the $1,400? Do you know who passed that bill? It was the Democrat that passed the bill. The House, the majority in there are Democrats. So it was not what the thing is, Republicans that just passed it. The both houses passed it because when it came from the Democrat, it got stuck in the Senate and it took time before it went through. You understand? So by you just coming up and saying that, oh, Democrat and Republican, the one that did this and did this other one there, it make no sense. It make no sense at all. The same thing we do like we do in America. We do the same thing in America. Money. So you don't really know where you want for that because Donald Trump give you money. It's the same thing like today. People are sharing money all over the place. With all the hardship in Liberia, there are more money in this election in Liberia than ever in the history of Liberia. The president have authorized the finance minister to release anything and must do anything. He can lose all the counties, but he must win Montserrat County, either by hook or by crook. Yes. What up? I was speaking with a friend and he said, I will not call her name, maybe he will listen. Oh, you're crying already because you're seeing the force from Fala, so you're crying far and election ain't coming here. So I said, what about you who telling me we will win and then I will go to court? How can you predict the future? How can you just predict the future that you will win and I will go to court? So that means you will give a false result and you think we'll go to court? No. We'll not just go to court. It's not a threat. It's a promise. Liberians will not sit by and allow. I got a news for you. By then the election in America will be over. The same thing that happened in America today. We cannot wait to vote Donald Trump out. I wish they could allow us to vote 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times. I'm not mailing my votes. I'm walking in there. And when I'm voting against Donald Trump, I would think that I'm voting against George Weah in Liberia because they got the same attitude, whether you're like it or not. Do you know why Africans, leaders, and some Africans love Donald Trump? Because Donald Trump don't give a damn about Africa. You can stay in Africa and kill your people and do whatsoever. Donald Trump will not open his mouth. So don't even worry. Donald Trump ain't give a damn about Africa. So the African leaders prefer Donald Trump than any other president in America. That's the whole thing. But don't worry, they're not going to let you guys go. So if President Weah think that he will steal the elections and let it go, you'll be wasting your time, Mr. President. You'll be wasting your time, seriously. You'll be wasting your time, because the people of Liberia will not. Let me face my camera. The people of Liberia will not allow you. The people will not allow you. I posted something the other day. Somebody asked me, "Oh, where you got a message from?" Ellen Johnson warned George Weah, do not tamper with this election. Yes. Ellen Johnson gave President Weah a strong warning. Do not tamper with this election. She knows a reason. Ellen Johnson had the same opportunity to mess with the election against George Weah and her take my microphone. Okay, it's back on. Ellen had the opportunity to mess with the elections during George Weah and Robert Sirleaf, but she thought it wise, and she was very smart. I cannot do it because I know that Robert Sirleaf cannot beat George Weah in Monserrado County, so I'm not going to make myself look stupid and change the result to cause problem in Liberia. That is the same thing President Weah trying to do. That they can push it, and he's not listening. He's not listening. It's so sad. By the time President Weah realized certain things, it will be late for him. This president got a bunch of betrayal around him, which he don't know about. And look, they say the man that will harm you, the man that you think will do anything wicked to you, is the man that right in your face, and the man that will closer to you. He's the one, not the person who far off. The traitors, the betrayer, they are right near President Weah. They call people in America every day and telling people that they have a leeway to get out if anything happens. Ain't that what the man like? The man like to listen to everything. If any one of you listen to CNN today, Jake Tapia interviewed this guy that worked with Donald Trump. And when this guy explained, the only thing I took from there was Liberia. Because that is the same thing President Weah love. Sing praises to him. He should always, he don't take advice from his own people that are closer to him. He thinks that people who are smarter cannot survive around him. You might make yourself look like a dummy and he's the best. All that thing causing problems. Look at America, the great country, the greatest country in the world. We in America, we're going through the problem. This president is all for hate. Preach hate against each other. It's the same thing in Liberia today. And the war hate is the sedition love is so much. Every little thing you say, because we disagree with President Weah, we are hateful people and jealous people. We jealous. How can I be jealous over President Weah when President Weah have never paid my bill? I'm not working for him. He have never taken care of anything in my life. We never contested. What he has and what for him is for him. My happiness is my happiness. His happiness is his happiness. But we in a country where it is my right. I'm entitled to that country. I'm entitled to Liberia. I'm entitled to the beauty, the niceness, everything of Liberia. We continue to preach the peace. We want things to be better. But other people feel that because you are president, so everything belongs to you. It's wrong. But my Liberian people, I will tell you today, especially those of you who live in America and cannot stay see the light and cannot stay see things and still on the wrong side. It's so sad that you will live in a nice country where everything is, and yet and still you lying to yourself. You damaging your country, Liberia. Instead of you speaking the truth, speaking for your people, that at least they will understand. I'm surprised to hear Liberians who live in America telling us that if a representative builds his schools, the district or county benefits from it because they pay money to go to the school, and there's a school. Where's the government school? How many kids in Liberia, even when things were normal, how many kids in Liberia could afford private schools in Liberia? How many kids? Sometimes people don't know. You see the Catholic school, most of the people who are Catholic and some of them work in the Catholic church, they got a discount to go to Catholic schools. Some of us started with Catholic schools and we end up going to public schools in Liberia. And you got a Liberian citizen who contested an election, won the election, and started to enrich himself, build a nice school in his district or private schools. Not everybody, majority of the people in that district cannot afford it to go to that school. He got a university, he did all his stuff. He built nice houses, he went to in Lofa County, he built, yes, it's good. He built his community, that his own property is not for government. It's not for government, it's not for the community. It's not for the community. But when I hear people in America and saying that, oh yes, the man built it, the man are developer. This man never built a kitchen before he became representative. Then you call that a development to enrich yourself? Then I see people on Facebook, oh, Darius, they don't talk too much. I would take the honest leader, then the crook. I cannot wait for that debate between Fala and Darius. He will not debate with Darius. He will never debate with Darius. He will never. Liberians, you got to open your eyes, my people. You got to open your eyes. For those of you who still believe that this government is so good, it's the best government in Liberia, so be it. I'm sorry. Something wrong with you. And one of the things I can't still understand, some of my brothers and sisters, you put up a post and you criticize the government or criticize some government officials. They come on your post with no input but to say, what about you? What about me on what? Oh, President, we are not doing good. What about you? You doing good? Why would you want to just turn it over to me? What about you doing good? So that means you cannot even defend. You can't even defend your candidate or your president or your party. That is what I want. And somebody said something. You see, Darius Dillon, he's an exceptional person. He came out and said, oh, thank God, President, we are saw the mistake, the page that was taken out. Now, some people all over the place, why Darius Dillon should say, oh, thank you. But it should be an investigation. How can the representative send a document to the president to sign. And even in that document, there is nothing there benefiting Liberians. If you will employ one Liberian every year, in 5 years, you only employ 5 Liberians, you allow the Lebanese to just do whatsoever. You know who benefiting? It's the government individually, not the country. Let them investigate how that page left out. How it left out. There should be investigation. But I say, oh yeah, President, we are. Look, this is election time, my people. Let me tell you, you chase a black car in the day, you don't see it, you can't find it in the night. And I will say this, in Liberians, we are our own problems. We are our own problems. We are the government. We make the government. The problem in Liberia is governance. That is the problem we've been having since 1847. Our leaders only there for themselves. Only there for themselves. They're not there for you. They're not there for me. They try to get rich and the family people enjoy, while we sit there and curse each other up and do nothing. 12 years ago, we were in Liberia, when people in Liberia talking about who will be the next president. Who will be the next president? Today, Joshua is the president. And people still asking, who will take for Joshua? If Joshua can be president of Liberia, anybody can be president of Liberia. Joshua never went for a debate. Joshua never told us what he was doing. He never argued. He never debated with nobody. But now today I see seditionists all in the street want to debate commies. How can Magay send a challenge to commies when you Magay you below commies? The only thing that you and commies have is you were created by God. You're not commies type. You just got money by stealing recently. Commies work in the company where you travel around the world. President, we are supposed to get more experience than you, but he don't listen. Why can't you tell President we are to debate somebody? Or go debate Darius Dillon? Oh, because commies are chairman. So you're embarrassing President Weah. This president refused and ran away to debate. Then you want to debate. You want to debate the issues. You call a man praying. You go on radio, you don't say nothing again. Then you want to debate somebody. But then I don't know what you know, because if you the chief of staff, you still don't even know your role as a chief of staff. The minister of state, you still don't know your role. You think the minister of state is that when the president travel, then I'm the acting president. That's all. What are some of the advices that you give this president? You want to be vice president. You're the most dangerous man near President Weah. And Liberian people got to know. Liberians will really get to know who Maggie is when things finish. He's a traitor. He's a betrayer in disguise. In disguise. He don't love President Weah. When Maggie get to know George Weah. But that is what President Weah wants. So what Maggie and Tuadu does, they just sing praises to him, sing praises to him, sing praises to him. Okay. Let me give you another breaking news which you don't know about. And you will tell me again. I want you to put me on record. Right now, CDC are talking to President Weah not to put his pictures on the candidate's poster, because if they do that, people will get angry. Which is truth. People will get angry because President Weah did nothing for the people in Liberia to trust him. He's not trusted anymore. He's not popular. Let me tell you, all know the history of CDC. CDC that don't truck people to go to program. They just gave one announcement. I said, But today, you get Jabate, you get the molester kid, and you get the cow man. They are so powerful than George Weah. Takunje and all powerful than President Weah. Can you believe that they are having a big endorsement in Liberia and whatsoever? President Weah not going to campaign for none of them because he's so embarrassed. And Ellen Johnson, who's the guru, told him, say, George, if you want peace in this country, do not get involved in the election. Do your job. Do your job. But he obsessed with Darius Dillon so much he would not listen to Ellen. This president would not listen to Ellen. You know what happened in Mali? The president stole the election and the military came in. They stole the election. And what President Weah should understand, he's not a military man. He's not going to use the military against Liberians. That is why he look at the police. And this is the first government in my life in Liberia. I see them training militants. They're training people all over the places. They're training people to fight. They're training people to kill Liberians. And you all are sitting there and pretending as if it's not happening. They are training people all in different areas. Why the police there? Because when anything happens, they're the one going to get in the street. They're the one going to get in the street. So Liberians, if you sit there and don't say nothing, and you sit there and allow your belly to carry you because fella taking money, wasting money to clean road, let them clean the road. Darius, they don't have it to waste it. He don't have it. That's not his responsibility to fix roads. He worked for 13, 12, 13, 14, 15 years as a representative, chairman on Ways and Means. You think that his salary he used to build the schools, all the deals that been crossing, yes. You think that his personal money that he used, his money, his real personal money, that's the money they stole. That's your money. That is your money. No single politician can build a country. No one person can build a country. That is not your responsibility to do national things. It is not your responsibility. You can be a part of a project in your area where you say, okay, we'll help to fix this road. But Liberians, we should stop it, because every penny that Fala is spending today, when Fala is elected, he will double it. And you should understand that they're going to give Joshua everything that he wants. For Liberia to be better for the next 3 years from now to elections, we need to vote every one of them out. The ones who will not put Liberia first, we need to vote them out. Yes. If we get new group of people, maybe President Weah will think twice and start to do the right thing for Liberia. Liberians, we our own problems. We usher in bad governance. We the one that vote for these people. When will you stand up one day and say enough is enough? Your only right, the only most powerful right that you have, you sell it. Then you expect the man to work for you. Then you expect the man to work for you. And I'm saying it again. I got relatives in CDC. You can go. You can get you got your own conscience. I'm not stopping you. Your vote is your voice. If George Weah government is good for you, if the people are good for you, vote for them. Vote for them. Liberia, we cannot solve the problem. We'll try our best. But You should understand. What you reap, what you sow is what you will reap. Yes. You sitting there, you ask yourself a question: where all this money coming from? Brand new money, where they coming from? And I see some Liberians, especially in America. Oh, anybody from Liberia can say whatever they want to say. I will understand, because you have not traveled. You don't have that experience. You don't know. But I see people live in Liberia. I will not call some of your names. By the time you post, they're all over the place. All over the place. Oh yes, Liberian people don't want nobody who can be talking. They want developer. Yes, that's true. Which of the citizens responsibility to pave Broad Street or the major road in Liberia? Why are you doing it now? You don't get sense. 15 years as a representative. 15 years. He wasting money in different areas. Millions. And using the same government resources. Don't think, look, we were there. If they're not for spend the money, they're using the same government to go and get crush rack and dump a wildfire there. The same thing that happened with Polita Weir. They took the trucks with transformer. They say, oh, Polita Weir get money to buy one transformer in Liberia. Polita Weir got money to buy one transformer. She got money. I'm not saying she not survive, but she got money. But government took it. They say, oh yeah, go distribute it. The same thing that Joshua instructing the public works people to go and put whatever fella wants, because the president told them already that he need Moserado County. If fella taking his personal money to do it, me, I'm gonna die tonight. Yes. If fella, Thomas Falla, using his own money, because we know he's not using his own money, the whole information is out. The president have instructed all his ministers and deputy ministers to do whatsoever for Moserado County. So everything's for road and whatsoever. It's not coming from Falla pocket. Tell the president, they instruct the public work ministers, they go there and get the crush rack and take it to wherever they want to take it. Yes, we know. Using government resources to run campaign, Liberia is good. I think Darius, they don't need to go to other counties. I saw somebody say Darius don't need to go, but if Darius don't go there, they will go and pave the road. It will be good. It's good. When Darius Dillon arrive, they will go there and pave the road. Don't let nobody fool you. You think Falla using his money? Kisime using his money to pave road that he not too sure he will win election? You don't get sense. Yes, he's the judge, the jury, and the executioner. President Weah said it. He knocked the table. You must do anything, any amount of money. Even if they don't take pay, you must use it. So anything Falla want right now, that is what. If I line this water must kill me. Yes. So the crush racks, the trucks that are moving around doing things. You think that Falla doing it? That President Weah authorizing the people to go ahead and give Falla whatsoever he wants. Falla was never going to be brave to get into the race against Darius Dillon to spend his own money. He would never. President Weah have decided to spend $4 to $5 million in the Moserado election alone. So my message here is to the CPP. Moserado election is very, very important. Moserado elections is very, very, very important. The last election with Darius Dillon, we know some people contributed. Cummings contributed. I will not call the amount. Bwaka did not contribute. Ure did not. Look, if you sit there for Darius Dillon to lose election, don't waste your time to go into any 2023. You must do everything possible to win Monserrado County. We're telling y'all, some of us, 2020 election, December 8th, might be our last time talking politics about speaking on Liberia. I personally I admire Darius Dillon for what he's doing, for his honesty. I'm not in love with him. I don't need nothing from Darius Dillon, but I love Darius Dillon because of Liberia. I'm not saying that Darius, no, he's a human being. He got some mistakes. He made some mistakes, but honesty is what you look for in any leader. When a leader is honest, good things happen. When the leaders come with vision, good things happen. But because Liberians are used to the bad things, so all they know the bad things are good. So the stealing, the corruption, the giving you money to vote, the only thing that the people, their forefathers put into the constitution that make you powerful, when you vote for a man and the man leave you and come back in 5 years and gave you money to vote again, you're supposed to give him a finger. Replace him. Don't ask him because you can bring rice. You can eat your rice and tell you no. All the nonsense you see we doing on Facebook, you see Mark Jabate acting like crazy man, this and that. He will act like a real crazy man after December 18 and December 8th. Mark Jabate is not speaking for no Mandingo or Muslim man. He's a crook. The man make it clear he got his own life to live. He's not going to sit down there and go cash hard time, because that's the problem with us, because we don't understand. We cannot live on our own. We cannot live by ourselves. Nobody push the cow man to leave CDC. Nobody push the molester picking to leave CDC. They themselves came out and said, President, we are not doing the cause. We are the cause. We are the cause. We are the cause. President, we are so much. They gone back. They are sedition. Just how they come, they had it going back. People admire them at the time to say, wow, these guys see reasons. When Fendera Patrick coming up and say, I'm going back to CDC, you think anybody going to respect him? Like for that picking who said that he was molested. He's young. He just damaged his future. He damaged his future with his friends, and nobody going to trust you. Look, a betrayal, the last thing to do is to betray someone. Nobody going to respect you. Even if you are to go back to CDC and say, I stand by what I said yesterday, maybe I will apologize for the insult, but I stand by what I said. But I've decided to come back to CDC. And he never said he was not part of CDC, but he got a balls to say that, because what you said yesterday, something triggered you. There's something that bothered you, or something that was not correct. You were all in New York with paint all over your body that you're American citizen, you want justice in Liberia. Today you go to Liberia, social media is the worst thing. Everybody see on social media. You only prove to us that you suffering from PTSD from the war. That means you crack it. You know what I'm saying? You want justice and this and that. Ellen was this, Joshua this, Joshua incompetent, and Joshua that, and blah 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 blah. You were all over the place. Sometimes I never try to bring you. You come on my show, I try to bring, but I look at you as I never trusted seditions easily. Yes. When you see, look, Their life we live in is so sad. Some people don't know what they're living for. Some people don't know what to say, which decision to make, when to make decision, how to make it. They just think with their heart, follow it. In your house, you think with your heart. You can cover your wife, you can cover your children, but in public life, you should understand it's not about you anymore. That is why when I listen to Costa say it's not about Costa anymore. I am not myself. I'm not for myself again. That means I'm for the people. Do you know what will happen when Costa jump up today and say I'm going to Joshua? Do you know what will happen when Costa get up today and say I'm going to betray Liberian people? Or Daros, they don't get up today and say no, I'm done with the struggles. Do you know what it means? What do we want, Liberians? We are our own problems. We are the government. We make the government. We don't want to usher the bad governments. Why can't you make it right, for God's sake? Why can't you make it right, for God's sake? You have the power. Your vote. Like what we tell our senators and representatives in America, that you went over there and you never did the job. We tell you that you will hear from us on election day. Look at the faces of CDC today. People who are representing CDC in the senatorial race. You don't have nobody from NPP. You only got one man from LPDP, the Gorilla King Kong, the party chairman, and what he said, Henry, what the guy he said, Talon. You took people from different parties because you lack leadership. You don't have nobody to represent you. You took people from different places to come and you push them in that they were never part of your struggle. Them members, then you are second class in CDC, and you will remain the same because you make them to feel that you're nothing. You make them to feel that you are not important. You got MPP who don't even have no representation, but you say you're part of a coalition and you're sitting there. They're planning, they want for your vice president, your only representative, a girl to die. Maggie and other people want her to die, so maybe George will select them. But that position is MP position. It's MP position. George will handpick whoever he wanted. We must vote. Your vote against them. Your vote against every one of them. This election is a referendum on President Weah. But one thing I'll say, by then the election in America will be over. The election in America will be over, but then we'll know who's the next American president before Liberia election. We'll know the next American president. 2016, it was the year of stupid leadership election. Stupid election. We did it here. We elected a stupid man. We did it in Liberia again. People who don't care about the country, who only concerned about themselves, who have changed everything. Donald Trump broke all the rules in America. President Weah broke all the rules in Liberia. He broke every rules in Liberia. Went against the Constitution. Donald Trump. I don't know if they related. Yes. When did you go Liberia? Some people say, oh, you go there. They will kill you, this and that. They will do this and do that. I'm not a hero. I got my family people. But one thing I know, once God gave me life, I will go to Liberia. Once God gave me life, I will go to Liberia. There are other people who left the country for 27 years. They still went back to the country. So if you think that threatening us, that you will stay in America, you will go. We only speaking, look, wherever you have your family, your children, your home, your everything, that's your home. But we are still showing our patriotic duty to our country. That's why we're speaking out. That is why we're speaking out. We're not looking for leadership. We're not looking to be president or representative. No. We will speak out. President Weah will not remain in power for the rest of his life. Either I will die, I will not see it, or he will die and I will see the other one. So that is the point. So every one of us going to die one day. Frida man say kaka long sote ego court. No matter how long, we just had Ellen Johnson were there for 12 years. 12 years disappear like this. Disappear. No plans. Nothing. No plans. No plans. How to get Liberia out of this mess, we don't know. Then you get public officials and political appointees coming on Facebook, coming on because they have Facebook, that Facebook TV, saying nonsense. Who is Cummings? Who is Joe Walker? Let him come. He will not look at one ABC begin. He will not bring no paper. He's in a co-crowd running here. We're running co-crowd. I think that to say how many production, how many days. We're talking about real decision. You already made a bad decision. You say real decision. You already made a bad decision. You hear people. If people in Liberia argue now, understand. The people in America talking about it. You just embarrassing your boss. Your boss can debate. When they talk about debate he had, then you talking about debating somebody. They may want your job. He want your job. If they may call you now, can they debate? You will not show up. You will not show up. If they may challenge you and say, okay, fine, and you want to debate, let's go and bring a foreign moderator. You will not answer one question, Maggie. We saw you plenty time on radio. You don't answer question. Or the prayer, the prayer, trying your best, and the prayer. Seriously. You get 12 who lying to the people. We got surplus. Lying to the Liberian people. Daros, they don't come up. Look, Daros, they don't make it clear. If Funati Kofa Syria that they will get 2,005, Daros, they don't say you go down, he will go down with the person. 2,005. 12 say no, the people need to make 14,000. You know what I'm saying? Just going around lying. They lie until the lies have catch up with them. Even things that on their side, they still lie about it. Yeah. They're behaving, I don't know, real 419 people. Then when you put, I will not even call your name. What about the opposition get a bunch of crook? You think the opposition is perfect? Do you guys think that we're saying that the people are perfect people? We saw people from ANC and other parties who are there. But we don't believe that what happened yesterday should happen today. The men who steal $1 and the men who steal $5, they are all criminals. Yesterday you stole $5, today the men stole $1. They are all the same criminals. But when you in charge, you don't blame. Stop pushing blames on the past. You want to take the good from the past, but why can't you just take the bad and fix it? Why can't you take the bad, what happened there before, and change it around? Why can't you do that? That is sad. We are our own problems. We are our own problems. Nobody else will blame ourselves for everything that happened in Liberia. Everything that happened in Liberia is on us. We make the government. We are the government. You owe nobody apology. You owe nobody apology, but you can make it right. You saw something in Joshua, that's why you voted for him. You thought he was going to. That is why I always say this thing here. No decision is right until it is right. If we know that our decision will make it will be right, nobody will make mistakes. Nobody will make mistakes. Nobody will do anything. They say you can take the cow to the river, but you cannot force the cow to drink. You thought President Weah was going to do good. He thought you like I listened to Vandana the other time. He said, you know, by the way, in fact, let me just for Vandana, this guy who they have on Facebook, the first sedition, one of the chairmen or whatsoever, the way President Weah played football and he dominated the world, he believed that he was going to do the same thing. Vandana Patrick said it too. Yeah? I don't blame nobody for voting for Joshua, for supporting Joshua. I supported Joshua too. I supported Joshua 2005, 2011. But I told it wise, I said no. At least my own, I saw it quicker. I saw it from the Senate. But you guys just seen your own. So from the Senate, I said no, I can't waste my time. You think I never knew that Joshua was going to win elections? I knew it within myself that the Liberian people were ready. They saw something in him that friendly, that coming around, show off and whatsoever. Yeah. So I knew it. If I wanted to be eating and doing my own, I was just going to close my mouth and sit up. But it's not in us. It's not in me. It's not in me. Even some of my friends that get vexed, I don't know. It just means that God allowed me to do it. Maybe God the one that can allow me to do it. What is not part of you is not part of you, no matter what you do. They get some people who can steal. They get some people that can steal, you not even know. They get some people that can steal so intelligent you not even notice that they're stealing. But they get somebody, by the time they go test one little peanut, they catch you. So when you're used to it, you're used to it. You know what I'm saying? What it will profit me to get enough money from stealing? What? I saw this boy from Senegal. What his name? You know the press. They saw him with the iPhone, crack iPhone, and they asked him. He said, "I will fix it." He said, "Listen, I can buy all these things. I can the jets. I can buy a plane. I can buy this kind of. What good it would do for me to get all this luxury thing, than for my people to suffer? I gave people who need it 70 euro every month. I want for my people to be happy. That's what celebrity does. You think about your people. He built schools, he built hospitals. But today we asking other people, what have you done for your country? I heard this guy asking Silencer, oh, you are living in a little red house in Fiamma, and our house stayed the same. What you did? What kind of stupid question will you ask the man what he did with his personal business? We believe that we should do something. If I build a house in Liberia, it's a development for myself. If I got money, if I want to help, that doesn't mean that you can stop me from running. And do you know how many politicians and advocates and people that we have in Liberia who speak, by the time they get into position, they forget about everything? A big example is President Weah. President Weah saw all the problems that he used to talk about, and he's not even going near them. He changed the whole thing. Okay, let me build market. Oh, I will build market. Okay, I won't build roads because Liberian people love road. By the time you go to Liberians to run campaign, they tell you, say, oh, you know, I want road and this and that. That's why you see Tomo Falana tend to be the road medicine, bar road medicine. Yeah. I'm telling you now, Weah picture will not be on Fala poster. Weah picture will not go on Fala poster. They stay arguing on it. Weah picture, that thing where you get, they will put your Weah picture, they put another picture here. It's not going. It's not an easy thing. That picture of when all that when they try, Molly is so disturbed and embarrassed, but they ain't got no choice. That his last days, because when they finish with their December election, by then the time be over, because they're removing him. Yes, they're removing him. So all that nonsense, development, this and that President Weah authorized the minister of public works to do whatsoever, anything that you want, anything Father want, you're gonna get it. Anything. But I will tell you, the silent majority in Liberia will teach CDC a lesson. The silent majority in Liberia, we call Liberia every day. We listen to people within the government who say, I can't just talk, my people. Some of them say they're packing, some of them say we finished, some of them say the time over. They will not talk. I understand. But let us not be fooled. You bring it, eat it. That your money, the money they give you is the same money also to use for schools, for hospitals, for agriculture. But they kept it. Right now they say Joshua is the richest man in Liberia. The things that we know, we don't want to talk. We just only on the surface, but it's not our business. Sometimes it's not even necessary because Liberians is not what they want to hear. They're not what Liberians want to hear. You can't tell me, say, John Brown had 30 girlfriend. This and I think Liberian people care. There's nothing you can do to that, Dylan. The peace of Liberia is in the hands of the election commissioners. For once, do not be the Emma Hammer that we know. This midterm elections, Deviator Brand, do not embarrass your family. Do not, if you ever listen to this, do not embarrass your family, because God will punish you if you try to do it. God will punish. But you know what I know about women? Some of them are very brave, and some of them, they understand. It's not a threat. Nobody threatening you, but do not damage the peace that we work for. Do not, because of the few dollars or the friendship that between you and President Weah, so I must pay him. No. You are there to serve your people. But one thing I was happy for when I heard that the program you put together and y'all had like a service, that was good. You take that oath to defend the Constitution about this election. So the peace of Liberia, if anything goes wrong, it's you. Anything goes wrong, CDC believe that they can cheat and opposition will go to court. And while they're in court, they will throw the case outside. We're not going to court. We will not go to court. We will not go to court. Let President Weah kill everybody. The citizen of Liberia will not go to court. It's not violence, but we will not say, someone say, oh, you're trying to cause violence. No, we're not. But we will not sit there and allow it to happen. We will not sit there to allow it to happen. You're in America. Yeah. And let me make you to understand again. Some of you in Liberia, your government officials and whatsoever, or just an ordinary citizen, and you know you can come to America. Let me give you one of the news. You every day you will go on Facebook and threaten people. The new thing now, you just need to take the screenshot and send it to the embassy in Liberia. And send it to the embassy in Liberia, the screenshot and the information. You will never get visa to come to America. You will never get visa coming to this country. So you be careful. You be careful. You ain't get people, but you won't come to America. Your picture will be there, but you threaten American citizen. So you be careful. Liberians, we have our own problems, yeah. Nobody, but we can get it right. You owe no one an apology. You voted for Joshua at the time because you felt like Joshua was the best man. But you should realize that Joshua failed you. Like a man who said he want to kill himself. Joshua failed the people of Liberia. He failed them. It's not a joke. He failed them. Yeah. Oh, Liberians. I don't know when. The same problem in America. Some Liberians say, oh, we voted for Donald Trump because Donald Trump gave us $400. You know how that $400 was passed? It was passed by the Democrat. The paper today that we won, it was passed by Democrats. And who were the officials running behind it? They were all Democratic representatives. Keith Addison and other people from Minnesota, from Rhode Island. Liberians were too ungrateful. We get into things that are not even necessary. You talk, oh yes, that God the one that put Joshua. Don't you think we know God too? That the same God that put Saul. And you Christian, we Christian, it's the same God who say, okay, since you want Saul, let Saul be there. And what Saul did, he was obsessed with David, tried to kill David until he committed suicide. He never repented. And that is how CDC is obsessed with Darius Dillon. They're obsessed with him. So CDC is obsessed with Darius Dillon. CPP, Chairman Commies. You must do everything to win Montserrat County. If you sit there and Darius Dillon is out, you'll be in a worse position ever. Worst position. As much as the people love Darius have built up some relationship with the people, we need money to campaign. We need money. And I want to take this stand. If you're Liberian, most Liberians, we're not members of political parties. We're not members. Do something. Make a contribution into your counties for this election. DAP or polling center, because that is where most of the things will be happening. You need poll workers they need to be fed. They need transportation. They need start paying. You need to feed them. Got to do something. You got to put a little cash there. We got to raise that money. We got to. Liberians are funny people. I will be upfront. You don't overlook the people in Liberia. You might talk. You cannot overlook the people in Liberia. You cannot overlook them at all. Sometimes I can wonder who we are. I don't know. When will we make the difference? We're sitting in America for the first time in America. Yes, Republicans have endorsed Democrat before. Democrat endorsed Republican. But to see over 12 permanent Republicans coming up and say country first, country over party. Kasich, Whitman, all the General Power, George Bush. They say country over power. Can Liberians do that? No, because we are poor. Even the Liberians in America who supported Joshua, if you put yourself together and say, listen, because we're not voting, it make no difference. But if you can put yourself together and say, listen, the government is not good, it's not working for the people, change course. You think Joshua will take job from you? Liberians. The same thing we do by the time we get our little degree. Boop, is to go to Liberia and steal. Because you saw John Brown went there and came by and bought a $25,000 car, so you think you must do the same thing? It's sad. Liberians, I know. Sometimes we just discourage, we won't just leave it because what people want. Sometimes we just want to sit back and say, you know what, to hell with the whole situation here. To hell with the situation. I can pay my bills. I don't need it from nobody. I can go anywhere I want to go. I'm not going to call President Weah for anything. But why are we doing this to our own country? Like a farm. The problem we've been having, and we still got the same problem. Governance, it's not the government. If we did, and I believe that we'll have a good leader one day. I don't know who is the leader. Yes, I supported Cummings, but I can't tell you Cummings will be the next president. I can't tell you Darrows will be the next president, or Bernard will be the next president until that time comes. But I don't want to be in a situation where even if I support a candidate to that presidency and that candidate is not doing the right thing, I should close my mouth. For what? For what? That's not what we put you there for. That's not what we put you there for. No. No. I should be free to speak out and tell Cummings that you wrong. Dillon, you wrong. Bwaka, you wrong. Ure, you wrong. I tell people, I'm not an advocate. I'm not advocating for nobody. I'm speaking my mind. Because sometimes this thing kill us or advocate, then you get into politics and whatsoever, it messes you up. No, I'm not an advocate. Because I'm not even playing the role as an advocate. Advocates are people who go after certain cases, they fight for it, they want to see it, they want to do this, that, all their own justice and women's rights and blah, 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 blah. But I'm just speaking what is wrong. Anyway, my name is Munel Keshen, aka The General. You can also follow me on YouTube. Right now it's live on YouTube, so you can watch the program anytime and you follow me on YouTube. But it's sad. It's sad. It's sad. Let me show you Jabate tape again. The cow man. The cow man, you know, all of them changing their Facebook page and they try to delete all the pictures, all the thing. The cow man, in one of his recordings, he said, and I quote, if any Mandingo man vote for, if any Mandingo man vote for Fala, you are damn dog, you are bastard dog, you are bastard.
Listen
to Mark Jabate.
You will never vote for Tamasala. This guy brought disgrace to our community. He disgraced Cabinet Janet. And the Quran says he should be your brother protector. Who know a bastard Mandingo man? Who know a bastard Mandingo man? When your pa, your ma, they don't do that thing the right way. All your pa or bastard or useless Mandingo man will vote for Tamasala. We can do anything to destroy you if you. Ma, your pa don't bone you good. That's the way you're going to vote for Thomas Fala. Your mind and your power. When you born you good, that means you vote for Thomas Fala. But when your mind and your power born you good, when your power and your mind or your mind and your power born you good, you will never vote for Thomas Fala. This guy brought disgrace to our community. He disgraced Cabinet Janet. And the Quran says he should be your brother protector. Who know a bastard Madingo man? Who know a bastard Madingo man? When your power and your mind, they don't do that thing the right way. All your power or bastard or useless Madingo man will vote for Thomas Fala. We can do anything to destroy you if you can't. Mind, your power don't bone you good. That's the way you're going to vote for Thomas Fala. Your mind, your power, when you bone you good, that means you vote for Thomas Fala. But when your mind, your power bone you good, when your power, and your mind or your mind and your power bone you good, you will never vote for Thomas Fala. This guy brought disgrace to our community. He disgraced Cabinet Janet. And the Quran says he should be your brother protector. Who know a bastard Madingo man? Who know a bastard Madingo man? When your power and your mind, they don't do that thing the right way. All your power or bastard or useless Madingo man will vote for Thomas Fala. We can do anything to destroy you if you can't.
Oh, I shut. I'm sorry, I shut my volume off. When Jabate was talking, I mistakenly clicked the button. So I want to say to you guys again, thank you. You heard what Jabate said to the Mandingo people, that if you vote for Thomas Fala, if you're a Mandingo man, you're a bastard. That's what he said. My volume was off. I'm very sorry again. But Liberians, we have our own problems. We are the government and we make the government. It is time for you to make it right. It is time. Don't be carried away with all these things. They stole from us. Now they're using the money to campaign. It's not Thomas Fala money. Thomas Fala was not brave, will not be brave to take his money that he stole and he been keeping to put into an election that he know he will not lose. But President Weah promised him that he will spend anything when it comes to Montserrat County. Anything when it comes to Montserrat County. That is what he's doing. So all that crush racks, all the trucks that are going around, they're dropping it, is coming from our money. I'm telling you, it's clear upon this water as you die tonight. That is what President we are doing. The public work minister and whosoever distributing whatever Father want to do, and Father will do all. It's good. It's good. It's good. You deserve it. Take it. Let them put the cross racks on your road. Let them put the cross. You think Father would take his money to go clean public street and greater public road? I beg you, man. What sense it make? What sense? No government official supposed to do it. You live in America. No senators or representatives will come to take their money and start doing these things. No. Conflict of interest. Building schools for yourself, and you say that development. You creating jobs. Is that how you create jobs? Is that how government create jobs? For you to build school and employ teachers? Every one of you will audit them. Every one of them need to be audited. Yes, you are elected, but you need to be audited because they are stealing. That's sad. Don't let nobody fool you, Father. Kisime use his money to go clean road. Yeah. Sir Joseph, who stole enough, he used the money to go clean any kind of road around town. He only put few rocks certain places, and that was it. See fella dumping, doing this, the greater in. Y'all get sense, Liberian people? You think that Thomas Fala money? Josh, you are using the same government resources to put it there and say that Thomas Fala doing it. Y'all take note. Y'all take note. Y'all take note. This election is a referendum on President Weah to change his governance, to change that bad governance. Maybe it might change it, but he will not change. He will not change. This election here is about Liberia. Liberia will not come up with the way things are going in Liberia. It will not. It will be worse. Don't fool yourself. Don't fool yourself. It will be worse. You know, Liberia may get that saying, say, well, I'm senator for 9 years. After 9 years, you want for making it your business. Yes. That's it. How can you sit there, or president just took over, and you hear them talking about 12 years? Will you even go the first 6 years? You don't do nothing other than blue star. You just put that thing in it. Oh, it's 12 years, 12 years, oh, 24 years. Oh, we'll dissolve the constitution. But by then, the American election, at that time, we'll finish beating Mr. Asshole Donald Trump. You're sorry. But at that time, we'll finish damaging Donald Trump out of the office. Yes. He will be waiting for Joe Biden will be waiting for inauguration. You're trying in Liberia. You're trying in Liberia. We got contact with Democrat too. Trump said Liberia Africa is a shithole country. That's why the African president happy because Donald Trump gave a damn. They can kill each other, so they didn't care. So the same old problems. The country is hateful. And sedition love that war. You hate Joshua. You're jealous over George. How will we be jealous over George Weah? Why? That's not his money. That's not his money. We don't know what to do anymore. Yeah. Sometimes we just won't give up. We want to give up sometimes, but we can't give up. Thanks God for watching. I love this special quote by Albert Payne. Whatever you do for yourself, you do it for yourself, it will die with you. But whatever you do for others and the world will remain as immortal. It will always be there. My name is Keshen, aka the General of Opinions. This is Conversation with the General. I know some people, I'm sorry that I'm not inviting people on to talk or to express themselves. I'm not trying to be a dictator, but it's not the time yet. There will be a time we got a lot of things coming on. And don't forget, you can follow me on YouTube. Right now it's live on YouTube. And after this whole thing, if you're just coming on late, when you have time, you can go to YouTube and view some of my shows. And it's a non-for-profit thing. I'm not getting any penny from out of it. I speak my mind. I'm not an advocate, but I love Liberia. I've taken a side. When I say taking a side, I support Darius Dillon for Senate. I support the CPP because whether we like it or not, politicians will be around for the rest of your life, in our life. It's not because you had a nasty accident in a car that means you will not ride ambulance. No. We agree that corruption is all around the world. But other countries, you don't notice it because very big. It's just like you take a pinch of blue and put it into a tub, and you take that same pinch of blue and put it into a cup. In a small cup, that blue will be very thick blue. In a big cup, it will be blue, but it will not be the same. That's it. No matter how you steal, stealing is stealing. The men who jack cell phone in the street and the men who steal public funds, they are all criminals. But we try to distinguish the white collar criminals, and we call it embezzlement. Yeah. But these are all criminals. It's up to you. It's up to you. Every penny that Thomas Father is spending is coming from your tax money. George Weah is the one that giving it. And George, you have authorized the finance minister to do it. Yeah. Upon this water, perfect information. And it's so sad when we get information that President Weah himself not even aware of. His betrayal, his enemies are right in his nose. Right in his nose. The same people that closer to Ryan, they say different things out there. Yeah. Anyway, guys, thank you again for watching. My name is Munel. As I say, you can follow me on YouTube. Thank you again. Let us show love to our country. It's the only country we have. Some people think we must go home and build. Did President Weah went home after retiring from football and build? No. No. Did President Weah ever contributed to Liberia development? No. He played football. He was a celebrity. So, CPP, you must do everything for us to win Montserrado County. The most powerful county in the country, that if George Weah lose that party, that county, he might do something. Thank you, guys. Have a good day and God bless you all. Bye for now. Let me leave you with this music.
hotlbr.com. together, true love, camaraderie. 'Cause love is all we need to make us stand. Let's understand one another. Learn to live together as brothers and sisters. Without togetherness, we won't have a peace of mind. Let's celebrate and have a peaceful home. Sweet Liberia, land of liberty is our home. Let us keep it standing. It's the one and only home that we have. Sweet Liberia, land of liberty is our home. Let us keep it standing. It's the one and only home that we have. Sweet Liberia, love is all we need to make a stand. Let's celebrate and have a peaceful home. Love is all we need to make it stand. Let's celebrate and have a peaceful home. Sweet Liberia, land of liberty is our home. Let us keep it standing. It's the one and only home that we have. Sweet Liberia, land of liberty is our home. Let us keep it standing. It's the one and only home that we have. Sweet Liberia, love is all we need to make it stand. Let's celebrate and have a peaceful home. Love is all we need to make it stand. Let's celebrate and have a peaceful home. Ladies and gentlemen, Sakin Jiba will now dedicate this song to the Liberian people. After a period of 133 years of one-party system, it is the time that the Liberian people will vote and choose their own leader. So let us all celebrate a peaceful election for unity and prosperity. Yeah! Ooh la la! la la. Whoa, whoa. La 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 la. This world is not for war. God made us all.
Go along, yeah. Sweet, sweet kiss, how I live. Now, go along. You take it from Peter today, Paul will take it from you tomorrow, Mama. Sweet, sweet, living is sweet, oh, where the rich or poor. Why not pray for a long fellow? He can pray for a long life. As long as they live, you know, the better we grow. Fine, power is fine, oh, it can make you heavy. It's just like a brook, you know, it's way to capsize. Sweet, sweet kiss our liver, not for go along. You must be can eat it. Or a picture can eat it. Kesawali, oh, sweet Kesawali, oh. Now for go along. You take it from Peter today, oh, Paul will take it from you tomorrow, Mama. You take it from Mary today, oh, Mother will take it from you tomorrow. Fine, oh, by your fine, in your favor. Well, people do to you, you going to cry. Hard enough for one person, oh, it's a matter of time. Hard time is a lesson, yeah, brother, this I had. Sweet kiss our liver, not for go alone, Mama. Human being can eat it, oh, the deer can eat it. Cause our liver. Sweet is our liver, not for go along. Human beings can eat it, or a creature eat it too. Sweet, sweet, living is sweet, oh, where the rich or poor. Why not pray for a long fellow? He can pray for long life. As long as they're living, the better we grow. You take it from Mary today, oh, Mary will take it from you tomorrow, Mama. Hey. You take it from Peter today, oh, Paul will take it from you tomorrow. Fine, power is fine, oh, it can make you heavy. Looking like a crook, you know, a way to capsize. Kesawali, oh, Kesawali, Kesawali, Mama, no for go alone. Why not pray for long fellow? He always pray for long life. As long as they're living, the better we grow, my people. Sweet, sweet kiss our liver, not for go alone. After not for one person, oh, it's a matter of time, Papa. After it's a lesson, yeah, brother, this I had. I'm about away,
Okay, here's is Ken to the world beneath.
Jerusalema ikayalami ilondoloze uhambe nami zungangishilana Jerusalema ikayalami ilondoloze uhambe nami zungangishilana dawo yami ayikholana, buso wami awukholana. Ilondoloze zuhambe nami, dawo yami ayikholana, buso wami awukholana. Ilondoloze zuhambe nami, ilondoloze, ilondoloze, ilondoloze zungangishilana, ilondoloze, ilondoloze, ilondoloze zungangishilana, dawo yami ayikholana, buso wami awukholana. Ilondoloze zuhambe nami, dawo yami ayikholana, buso wami awukholana. Ilondoloze zuhambe nami. Jerusalema ikhaya lami, ilondoloze uhambe nami, zungangishilana. Jerusalema ikhaya lami, ilondoloze uhambe nami, zungangishilana, dawo yami ayikholana, buso wami awukholana. Ilondoloze